New England, a land of rugged beauty and whispered secrets, a land where the veil between our world and the next can thin. It was here in the heart of this untamed land that Jonathan Moulton lived and breathed. He was a man known by many names: soldier, merchant, politician. But it was the name whispered in hushed tones, under the cloak of darkness, that truly clung to him, the Yankee Faust. For Moulton had walked a dark path, a path that led him to make a deal with the devil himself. Moulton's story is not one of simple ambition or greed. It is a tale woven from the shadows, a tapestry of ambition, desperation, and the chilling consequences of bargaining with forces beyond our comprehension. This is the tale of the Yankee Faust, a man who dared to dance with the devil and found himself forever marked by the encounter. Jonathan Moulton was a man of contradictions. Born into humble beginnings in 1726, he rose to become one of the most influential figures in New Hampshire. He was a skilled silversmith, a shrewd merchant, and a fearless soldier. He fought in the French and Indian War, his courage earning him the rank of colonel. After the war, he married and opened a shop selling imported goods from Europe and the West Indies. In 1764, the mast ship, St. George, was wrecked off the coast of Hampton. He used the sheriff to keep scavengers away and was able to seize most of the goods from the ship. Moulton amassed a fortune, building a grand mansion that stood as a testament to his dubious success. But even as Moulton's star ascended, whispers followed him like shadows. He was known for his ambition, his relentless pursuit of wealth and power. There were rumors of shady dealings, whispers of ruthlessness that sent chills down the spines of even the most hardened men. It was said that Moulton would stop at nothing to get what he wanted, even if it meant making a pact with the ultimate evil. The legend begins, as many dark tales do, with a whisper. It is said that Moulton, driven by an insatiable hunger for wealth, sought out the aid of the devil himself. He offered his soul, the ultimate price, in exchange for a lifetime of riches. The devil, intrigued by Moulton's audacity, agreed. The terms were simple, yet sinister. Each month, Moulton would hang his boots over his fireplace, and the devil would fill Moulton's boots to the brim with gold. The pact was struck, sealed with a handshake that sent a chill through Moulton's very core. The devil, true to his word, appeared every month, his eyes glowing like hot coals in the darkness. He would watch, a malevolent smirk playing on his lips as gold coins poured into Moulton's boots, the sound like a cascade of icy whispers. For a time, Moulton reveled in his newfound wealth. His mansion overflowed with riches, his every whim indulged. But greed, like a cancer, had taken root in his soul. He grew dissatisfied with the amount of gold the devil provided, believing he deserved more. So he bought the largest pair of boots he can find for the devil to fill. After some time, Moulton was again dissatisfied with the amount of gold the devil provided. So he hatched a plan, a scheme to outsmart the devil himself. One fateful night, the devil arrived for their monthly exchange, finding Moulton's boots hanging over the fireplace as usual. However, these were no ordinary boots. The soles had been cut open, and the boots themselves were positioned over a large hole in the floor, leading down into the mansion's vast cellar. The devil, blinded by his own arrogance, did not notice the deception. He began to pour the gold, unaware that it was vanishing into the abyss below. The devil, enraged by Moulton's treachery, unleashed his fury. Flames erupted from the depths of the earth, engulfing the mansion in a fiery inferno. The flames roared like demons, consuming everything in their path. Moulton barely escaped with his life, but his grand mansion, once a symbol of his success, was reduced to smoldering ruins. Now, if I were the devil, instead of getting angry and burning the house, I would have freed a condemned cobbler, and have the cobbler repair the boots in such a way so that they could only hold a couple of gold coins. Years passed, and Moulton rebuilt his life, marrying again after the death of his first wife, Abigail. He wed Sarah Emery, a young woman of remarkable beauty. However, the shadow of his pact continued to loom over him, a constant reminder of the price he had agreed to pay. On their wedding night, as Moulton and Sarah prepared for bed, a chill settled over the room. A ghostly figure materialized from the shadows, her white dress flowing around her like mist. It was Abigail, her face pale and gaunt, her eyes burning with a cold fire. She had come for what was rightfully hers. Abigail reached out, her spectral hand passing through Sarah's arm like a cold wind. She pointed a skeletal finger at the ring on Sarah's finger, a ring that had once belonged to her. Sarah, paralyzed with fear, watched as the ring detached itself from her finger, floating through the air towards Abigail. With a triumphant cry that echoed through the mansion, Abigail vanished, taking the ring and her vengeance with her. Jonathan Moulton died on September 18, 1787, at the age of 61. His death was met with mixed reactions. Some mourned his passing, while others whispered of divine retribution, claiming that the devil had finally come to collect his due. But it was what transpired at his funeral that cemented his legend as the Yankee Faust. As the pallbearers lowered his coffin into the ground, a strange rattling sound filled the air. One of the pallbearers, overcome with curiosity and a growing sense of dread, opened the coffin. Inside, there was no sign of Moulton's body. Instead, the coffin was filled with gold coins, each one bearing a strange infernal marking of the devil. The coins clinked together, their sound like the laughter of demons. The legend of Jonathan Moulton, the Yankee Faust, continues to haunt New England to this day. His story serves as a chilling reminder of the seductive nature of power and the terrible price that can come with its pursuit. Was he truly in league with the devil, or was he merely a shrewd businessman whose cunning was misconstrued as sorcery? The truth, like so many secrets of the past, remains shrouded in mystery. But one thing is certain. The tale of the Yankee Faust, passed down through generations, continues to send shivers down the spines of those who dare to whisper his name. His story, a blend of fact and folklore, serves as a chilling reminder that some bargains, once struck, can never be undone.
Thank you for watching. Hope you found this video informative and entertaining. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. We do like to know and hear your feedback. And if you have the means, please consider supporting us on Patreon, where you can get early access to our videos, and where we post bonus material. Till next time, this is Geeky Tidbits saying cheers and have a good day.